is Yash Tantry. I am in India. I study in grade 5. Can I share the PPT? I would like to introduce myself in the PPT and my project.
Now that I know what a PPT is, you're welcome to share it. Thank you.
Are you able to see my screen?
Yes, we can see your screen.
Hello everybody. I have made a project called automatic lighting system. My name is Yash Tantry. I'm 10 years old. I live in Bangalore, India. I'm studying in grade 5 in Christian School Kasturi Band. I'm a part of Maker's project team. I'm using Lego set to make a model house and the process to create circular system. The light will automatically switch on when the door is open. Benefits of the project. There are 3 benefits of this project for kids who are scared of entering dark rooms, for elders who have poor vision in dim light, for intruders like burglars. It would scare them away when the light is on. Thank you. Now I would like to explain my project in more detail. Project name. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
My project name is Automatic Lighting System to be installed in all the doors. Now I'm to explain the benefits. First benefits for kids. Some kids need somebody to accompany them to their rooms. To tell frankly, I am also afraid of entering dark rooms. So when the kids open the door, the light automatically switches on. They don't have to find the switch and switch the light on. Now, second benefit of elderly people. As you know, some elderly people have poor vision. So, when they enter a dark room, to make sure that they don't bump into something and do not have any accidents, this system is really helpful. When they open the door, the light switches on. And they don't have to enter a dark room and search for switches. Now, third benefit, energy saving. While closing the door, the light switches on immediately. As you know, in sensor bulbs, it takes 1 minute to switch off. It detects motion for 1 minute, then it switches off. It has a really small amount of electricity in one room and for one sensor bulb. But if you see globally, there are many people who are using sensor bulbs. If every person uses a sensor bulb, it will take a lot of minutes together and lots of electricity will be used. In this way, electricity will be used and wasted. Now, as you know, that some people when children are sent to bring something, if they forget to switch off lights, electricity will be wasted. But if you use this system, then when the child opens the door, the light switches on. And when after he gets the thing, he has to just close the door, the light switches off immediately. This might look a small amount of electricity in a room wise, but in globally it's really large amount of electricity which is being used by the sensor bulbs. Now, fourth benefit. This can also act as an intruder alert. If in night, if somebody tries to enter the house without permission, it will when the person opens the door, the light automatically switches on. And the intruder gets scared and runs away that the people have not slept still. This sound it also acts as an intruder alert. Thank you.
Very nice. Thank you so much. So when did you think of this idea?
I thought of it when I was small. I was also scared of entering dark rooms. That time I got an idea.
And how old were you? Did you just get this idea or did you get it when you were younger?
1 year ago, I got this idea.
Okay. And what is your next step?
I want to show my model.
I'm sorry, can you
Can I show? I would like to show my demonstration
Yes,
model.
thank you.
Yes.
This is the model. So when I open the door, so when I open the door, the gap between sensor and the door increases and the light switches on. When I close the door, the distance between sensor and the door decreases and the light switches off. This is the model.
It's very nice. Can you think of anything else that you can use that same thing for?
I can use the same thing for making alarms, like automatic alarms in this ongoing pandemic. They have to just keep their hand in front of the sensor and the light and the doorbell will ring. They don't have to touch switches.
That would be good. And why is it good not to have to touch it?
Because if that person he's not feeling well, if he has the virus, then if he touches the doorbell, it will switch on to the doorbell, and if somebody else touches it, then he'll get the virus inside him. That's why he has to just keep his hand in front of the sensor.
Okay. Very good. Now, would that be a sensor that could tell it's a warm thing, or I have a tree, right? Like a big giant bush right in front of my doorbell. And sometimes it sets off my Ring doorbell. And so I think somebody's at my door and it's the tree, like this big fat bush blowing. You'd have to make your sensor a little smarter than my Ring doorbell. You might not know. You might not have Ring doorbells. I don't know.
Yash, I know what Legos are, but what's a wit block?
Yes.
Can you show us a wit block? Can you show me?
This is a type of cake. Yes, for sure. This blocks are there now, like this. These blocks to connect. We have to connect.
Oh. So the wit blocks have all the sensors.
Yes.
Oh, that's very nice. I had not seen that before.
There are many types of sensors: power, distance, invert, in out, lamp, motor sensor. Then after that, there are many types of sensors. There is even a Castro wheel, but it's not a type of sensor. It's just for giving support to the racing car.
That is very good. I had not seen that before. That is a very good idea. Very good. You mentioned a sensor called invert. What does that do?
If distance sensor says that there is something in front of it, but the invert sensor says there's nothing in front of it. If the distance sensor, it just tells the opposite what the distance sensor says. Like if the distance sensor says that there is nothing, the invert sensor will say that there is something in front of it.
Are there other types? That is called a logic gate, Yash.
Yes, like that only, but it's just name has changed, that's it.
Mm-hmm. Are there other types of logic gates do you know of?
And there is and or gate also.
Ah,
And
yes.
gate and or gate.
Very good. Arturo, that is very good that he knows that.
Yeah. I can see that you must have already in your mind uh, many other prototypes with using those blocks because they allow you to just snap and do with your prototypes without the messy work of soldering and that. So I am really eager to see what you're going to come up next in the following weeks and the following Global Innovation Field Trip in January. Yes, I am sure that perhaps your model is going to have to be like larger because you're going to have like all of this automation like all over, and you're speaking like an engineer already, like by using all of those, how you apply all of those functions into the actual things and solve real life problems. That's awesome.
Very good. Very impressive. And I especially like the fact that you're trying to help elderly people. I really appreciate that.